Okay, so I absolutely hate discounting. There's no faster way to cheapen your product and brand by reducing your worth and value to the market. So, what are the alternatives to discounting? Here are some suggestions that actually work, and they're all backed by science. Buy one, get one free, or BOGO, is the classic tactic to promote your products without damaging your brand value. It's a tactic used by retailers because it works, and it's actually backed by science. Imagine you're at the mall, indulging in some retail therapy. You're hungry for a chocolate treat, and you're offered a choice. A Hershey's Kiss for 1 cent, or a much higher quality Lindt chocolate for 15 cents. Which would you go with? In his book, Predictably Irrational, behavioral economist Dan Ariely ran this exact experiment and found that 73% of folks chose the higher priced Lindt. But when he changed the price of the Hershey's Kiss from 1 cent to free, 69% opted for the Kiss. The production of that one word, free, entirely reversed the outcome of the study. You see, when confronted with a purchasing choice, we typically run an internal cost-benefit analysis, weighing up potential satisfaction against price. But Ariely concluded that when the word free is introduced, it not only decreases the cost, but makes us believe that the benefits of the free item are actually a lot higher than what they are. Suddenly, that crappy Hershey Kiss is the finest chocolate known to man. As a result, we fall victim to the zero price effect, a phenomenon whereby our demand for an item dramatically increases when it is free. Ariely says, the moment something involves free, we get overly excited. We no longer think rationally. So what's the lesson here? Instead of discounting, use this behavioral flaw to your advantage and offer something free instead. This ethical sleight of hand will actually increase your product value and protect your margins. Gift cards and vouchers are an excellent way to provide value to new customers without having to discount your brand value. It not only incentivizes your customers to make future purchases from you, but from an economic perspective, it's also a win-win. Offering a gift card or voucher for a purchase is essentially deferring a discount to a future item. In other words, you are taking the profit of the full price item now, with the discount being deferred to a future purchase. Most customers who receive a gift card are quick to put it to use. More than 70% of all gift cards are actually redeemed within 6 months of purchase, according to one survey. But after the first 180 days, the rate of use tends to stagnate. At the 1 year mark, just under 80% of cards are redeemed. And as time passes, they are less and less likely to see the light of day. At any given time, 10 to 19% of gift card balances remain unredeemed. From an economics perspective, that 10 to 19% of gift cards that are unredeemed are discounts that are never actually realized. So why is that? Well, people forget about them. So this is money in your pocket. As the name suggests, price transparency gives your customers a straight up way of how your products are priced in the market compared to substitute products. Now in the fashion space, nobody does this better than Everlane. Let's check it out. Everlane adopt a radically transparent approach to their business model. Their business is built by cutting out the middleman from the traditional retail model and passes those cost savings and margins directly to the consumer. Classic D2C style. The brand uses their content to convince customers that their prices are already as cheap as possible. This positions their product differently compared to other retailers because trust is already established right at the beginning of the relationship. You see, Everlane don't need to discount because their customers are already convinced that they're getting the best and fair price. Costco has been around for almost 40 years. It's one of the largest wholesale brands globally and is known for its rock bottom prices. You see, Costco is a fascinating business. It basically sells all of the groceries at break even, but makes all of its profit from membership fees. Because it has built its reputation as the lowest cost supermarket, Costco has pricing authority. So much that customers don't even look at the price when they buy from Costco because they know it's going to be the cheapest. Now, from a financial perspective, Costco's gross profit margins are only 11%, which is incredibly low. So basically, if you buy a 100-pack roll of toilet paper for 10 bucks, it costs the company about $8.90. Now, compare that to its competitors. Target, for example, has gross profit margins of 30%, Walmart's is 25%. You get the idea. They're priced incredibly low in the market. You see, gross profit margins of 11% are terrible, but it's actually intentional. That's because Costco doesn't make its profit from groceries. It makes it through the annual membership fees. Here's a breakdown of Costco's financials for the 2016, 2017, and 2018 financial years, as summarized by this little financial analysis I've put together. Special credit to Investing City for putting this together as well. So notice how the net income, basically the net profit, essentially forms 99% of the membership fee. That's because Costco is in the business of memberships, not groceries. So what can we learn from Costco? Well, if you're operating in the commoditized industry or selling low value, high volume products, consider memberships or loyalty programs. Owning this narrative to your customers can help you avoid falling into the discount trap, build long-term value, and actually make up your margins with zero marginal cost revenue. So, summing up, discounting is often the default tactic used to increase sales in the short term. And whilst it has its purpose, it can be detrimental to your financial and long-term brand value. So remember, there are many other tools in your toolkit to improve sales and still provide value to your customers. Use them at your disposal.